Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. He'll have a first down past the 40. 38 yards on the scamper there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson options out left. And an alley to run. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of game.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. On second down, it's Hill. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third at about 7 left. Jackson, option right. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to fourth down.
Check pass. Check it backer. Check 13. Check 13. Where'd he go? Shut up.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. Now Jackson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
You're not ready. He's checking. Crash. Okay, stop. Mike check 33. It's just
Throwing again. Jackson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
check 24. Watch out.
Here's Jackson on third and long. This will be caught by Brown. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So, boy, that's already the third they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on second and 14.
Check.
From the pistol, they run with Gordon. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the third quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
So following the run by Gordon, here's first and 10. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Black 15. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Black.
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. He finds an opening past the 40. There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 72 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They go with the option on 4th down, left side. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. 20, 10, 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 70 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And these two teams have traded touchdowns so far with their first possessions here in the third quarter, so we're right back to where we started at intermission.
Yeah, how about that? Tied at the half, tied after the first 2 drives of the third quarter, 1 for each. That tells me that someone's defense has got to step up and make a big play and try and change the momentum of this game.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 28. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll go as a loss of 5, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. A quick throw there out to Williams. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. So So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Room.
Now Rivers on fourth down. And Allen's got it. The fourth down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some splaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions at the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this fourth quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Check, check.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety creeping. Do. Switch. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Check 99. Check 99. Where'd he go?
They go with the option on 4th down, left side. He's going to run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
380. I got him. Back.
Now Gordon on first down. And a short gain here down to the 22. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Completes it to Benjamin. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Badgley able to knock this one through. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. Throwing now is Jackson. Roberts has it. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Jackson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Nasir Adderley making like his Hall of Fame cousin Herb as he gets a hand in to knock it away. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This time Jackson will throw it. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. Hill, the intended receiver once again. 3rd down here.
Switch. 36. Okay. Yeah. Tighten up. No. Off. Slam. 22, check, cover. Check, 22, check, cover. Go. Pump.
On 3rd down, it's Hill. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
He's coming. We got double up. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Jam it. Zip it. Hard. Go. Check back 33.
In your face.
Hey. Mike, check 33. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
And that'll set him back 5. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Derwin James, the all-pro safety, is a rookie there to knock it away. Well, they were 2 for 3 on 4th down tries. Now they're unsuccessful. That brings them down to 50%.
But that's a percentage you have to feel pretty good about. 2 for 4, 2 for 3 before that, but finally get stopped again. That's okay. That's the type of team that'll keep pressing. In this situation, they'll continue to go for it.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Calling. No gain there, and now they're looking at 3rd and 13.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Here we go. Go to base. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he cuts it back left. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
One more extra point attempt for good measure. It's up and it's good as they tack on one more to what's going to be a very satisfying victory. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final.